What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everyone. What's good? Welcome back. Happy Thursday. Thursday. You know, well, we got Steve Harvey mad at Shannon Sharpe and Katt Williams over the interview that they did last year. What's going on, Daniel? What's good, bro? So make sure you hit the like button for me, please, Daniel. Much respect. Big I see you, bro. Much respect. And man, I don't know why Steve Harvey even mad. I mean, Steve Harvey mad. How much do you think he talks about? Oh yeah, Steve Harvey and his feelings. And yeah, we're gonna get into it. And his feelings. Steve Harvey and his feelings, and gonna break down this interview and other stuff as well. Shout out to you. Much respect for coming through. And be the first one commenting there, Daniel. See you, bro. Yeah, keep up your sports work. But yeah, man. Steve Harvey in his feelings. And all the things that he said in these years, he's in his feelings. Yeah. Shout out to everyone, though. Much respect to everybody. Get into this. This here. No. I'm going to get back to what? What?
You're about to come too?
Yeah, Steve Harvey in his feelings, y'all. In his feelings. Steve Harvey in his feelings. I'm trying to figure out why is Steve in his feelings. He talking a whole lot of shit. Last year Steve been talking hella shit about people. Running jokes. I'm like, damn, you mad? Steve Harvey mad? At what's he mad about? I can't believe he mad. But yeah, we gonna get into it, people. Huh? No. But yeah, he mad. I don't know what he mad about. But yeah, we're gonna get to his interview. But I guess they're trying to use him to cancel what do you call it? What's his name? Cancel Katt Williams. It's Katt Williams. I mean, everybody been getting upset, but shows have been whatever. I don't know. I don't know if Katt Williams is going around setting up people, or people are just they're using Katt Williams to. I can't say that, but yeah, this interview is very interesting as I see what I see from here so far. Very, very interesting. Very. Katt. Katt Williams is very. We're gonna get into this. Very, very interesting. Because I'm like, damn, he that mad. Why he mad? He wasn't mad when he was doing all the other shit. But yeah, we're gonna get into this, y'all. Let me get into this. It's been Hella crazy. Crazy afternoon, you know. Calvin was good. Crazy. Look at that.
What?
My bad.
What are you saying?
On the phone. Yeah, man, this has been crazy. Crazy stuff going on around. People and said, "Oh, you don't go on the show," but they all do it. They all do it. They all go up there and you ask me, they all go up there and use their friends, yo. They all do it. They all do it. They all do it if you ask me.
Hey, don't be talking.
All of them do it. They all talk about each other. I know for a fact that this man in the past said some stuff, did some stuff that a lot of people didn't like. It's a mixed reaction thing, y'all. Mixed thing. Mixed reaction thing. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. Bringing an old beef, I guess they want to get themselves relevant on the internet. I know this wasn't a comeback though, because yeah, there's a lot of upset. People still upset from that interview. You know, a lot of people still upset in their souls and all of that. So we're gonna get into it. And we're gonna talk about it. This shit wild. This shit wild, people. I don't know why Steve complaining about, but Steve like to complain so much, but he don't complain about when he was doing the dirt. My God, Steve. My God, like, seriously. Why is you complaining about it? I don't get it. I'm like, what is he complaining about? Hold on, let me see something. You know what? Give me a second. Let me back up. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. We'll come back real quick. Hold up. Studio for a second. Right, so what's going on, family? Give me a sec, right? Give me a sec. I'm gonna come back on the pod. I had to fix that. do something. Sorry about that, y'all. I was trying to do something and I messed it up. Trying to switch it to the small screen, but I don't know if I should start the thing over. And BD, what's going on, family? Shout out to you, shout out to you, shout out to you, brother. Much respect. Happy Thursday. Much respect, much love and respect to y'all. I appreciate y'all coming. Big up yourself, yeah. Much respect, much respect. Yeah, just kicking it. And you know, doing a couple things. Talk about the story right here. You know, crazy Steve Harvey. All of a sudden he coming up and you know, he mad. He's saying that those guys shouldn't have talked about him like that on the show. He kind of mad now. But I'm trying to figure out why would Steve Harvey be mad at everybody else. I haven't set up my thing yet. Hold on, I haven't set up my thing yet. But I'm gonna go run the interview though. That I'm gonna run a little bit of Katt. Run why Katt was talking about Steve Harvey before I run the interview, the new interview with Steve Harvey and his feelings. I'm like, damn, Steve Harvey, you and your feelings over all that? You know what I mean? Feelings. And his feelings. Steve Harvey and his feelings. Never thought he would be in his feelings. Steve Harvey, like, in his feelings. Look at Steve Harvey in his feelings. Give me a sec, y'all. Give me a sec. I gotta do the dinner and thing. Yeah, but Steve Harvey in his feelings, y'all. I'm like, damn, what happened to tough skin Steve Harvey? Like, you know, Mr. I could take a joke, I could, you know, take a shot at anybody and but you know, he was he right about what he said? I'm gonna get into that. Let's get into I wanna get into Katt first, so people could refresh people's memory, you know. Remember what Katt said. Actually I'm gonna go to his first. If that's the topic we're talking about. I'm actually gonna go to the interview with him crying to people about the whole thing, you know. So you're gonna get into that first. Let me pull this up. So I got a lot to do. This thing. Let me get into that. But yeah, he complaining now. And all person, I can't believe Steve Harvey up there whining. Sound like a, you know what I mean? But man, I want like, damn, Steve, you crying? All the shit that you said about people, you crying. Let me go to my history. Hold on, give me a sec. Yeah. Steve Harvey and his feelings. In his feelings. Man, drop the link. Give me a second now. Let me get these photos up. Get these photos up. Hold on. Yeah, Steve Harvey and his feelings about the stuff that Club Shay Shay, you know, was saying about him. Don't know why he got so angry though. You know. But he was super, super mad at your boy Shannon Sharpe. The Shannon Sharpe show. A lot of people still mad at the Shannon Sharpe show. I'm like, damn, well Shannon Sharpe, he already what do you call it? Yeah, hold on, let me get Steve Harvey over here. That's over here. He already mad. He already like he already these motherfuckers over here, man. Crazy. But yeah, him sit down on a podcast and he talks about podcasts, but he's doing the same thing. Same thing that everybody else is doing. Bro, he's been on some, I don't know what's he going on for Rice.
And we did a pivot poll with you, RC, and Stephen A. Smith. Suit game. Who win it? Straight to it.
Ain't no.
Straight to it.
This ain't even really. This shouldn't even have the poll.
I mean, we gonna have a poll.
Wait, time out. Hold on. I'm gonna have to call you Mr. Harvey.
Well, you ain't got to,
but can we? I feel like it's a 2-man poll, right? We should eliminate Stephen A. out the game.
This is what I think. I think, to me, right now on TV in the sports anchor game, you the best dressed dude on TV.
Okay.
To me,
we leave it there.
Hands down, I'll leave that alone.
Okay, but
the best dressed man on TV, television, all forms. That damn Steve Harvey.
All right, so the show starts. Give me a second. I'm gonna get into that. I just want to get into a couple of things and talk about these guys and their beef. What's going on? And their beef, what's going on? Because like he's still upset.
You guys for pivoting with us probably about 2 weeks ago. And, I told you thank you at the time. You just sent me a text message out of the blue. I just want to let you know I was dealing with some things based on who I am, whether it be on TV or who I support. And to get that text message from you to keep on going and to keep on being who I was meant the world to me. And so, I want to say thank you. After you text me, I was like, well, I'm going to give him about a week and a half before I ask him to be on the show.
You sure did.
But I would like to ask you, you don't do a lot of things like this. What made it sort of okay for you, or what made you make the decision to sit with us?
You know what it is, man? Because I watch the show. I watch y'all's podcast. I don't watch a lot because I'm just not into especially people's opinions and thoughts and stuff. I let them have what they want to have. But this show right here, man, to me, was like a safe place for men to come. And I've watched you all embrace men on this show like I've never seen people embrace men. To offer them your friendship, your guidance, to tell them that you love them, to hug them when they're crying. And I said, man, I've never seen a group of men get together to celebrate manhood and then to turn around and honor each other, but then to offer sincere help. And that's why I said, man, that's a dope show, man. I would do that. Before you even ask, I said, man, I'd do that show, but I don't reach out. I don't, hey, man, can I do your show? It just ain't never been me. And then you had dude that played cornerback for LSU on.
Greg Brooks.
And that had the accident and got paralyzed and started walking again. And that interview was compelling to me. But when he got up and walked off and it broke you down, I said, okay, yeah, them real dudes right there. Because you held it together for him. to let him say what he say. But the whole time, man, you was hurting for him. Because, all y'all play a violent game, man. But they don't know behind these violent games are real men that hurt, that have feelings, that deal. You figure you're a football player, you ought to be that, right? But y'all are men. Y'all family men. Y'all got kids and stuff. And, we joke about that. But when it broke you down, man, that really mattered to me, man. I said, damn, these dudes is real. So as soon as you asked me to do it, I said, cool.
He did.
Let me get to the.
Because I don't really fool with a lot of for 5 days, and I only cover 2 things.
Though, like, there's a motivation when you're broke. There's a motivation when you've seen your father work so dang hard every day. When he's instilled that in you.
Hold on.
When you got 17 million shows.
A 20-pound turkey, and I had concept for that's the biggest. Hey man, I wouldn't even have to work today.
That's crazy. I think God does work in homeless and trying to get out of that situation.
Get to the point, man.
New York with $35. It ain't no way. I ain't got no gas. They said, one of my partners, we was talking, he said, Steve, why you always take the hardest road, man? You always go the hard. Why you always pick the hardest road? I said, hey, man, what make you think I see 2 roads?
That's real.
I just know that way.
Right.
That's the way. And the way is hard. That's the way. See, all is hard, homie. You just got to pick your hard. It's hard to go to the gym and get in shape like y'all. But it's hard to be a fat motherfucker too. Shit. It ain't hard. Yeah, that's hard. You walk your ass back up that hill. It's hard. Yeah. You'd have been better off going to the gym. Yeah. It's hard to open up a business. It's hard to start a company. Yeah. But ain't it hard to go to a job you hate and get underpaid? That ain't hard. Yeah. It's hard to buy a big house. I know that. That's hard. Ain't it hard living in a tiny house, though?
Hard living in a car, too.
Hey, man, you know a funny thing? I had a TV show, talk show right now. Had these people on from tiny homes. Producers put them on the show. And I don't know what's going to be on the show all the time. I just come to work and they say, this is the show we're doing this week. And today we have the representatives from tiny homes.
Right?
And, I tried to get all the...
What's up, family?
Production room, because I'm not fitting it.
Can you believe Steve? You see how he's trying to play the victim, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he bought and sold. I listen to his talk show every morning, and I knew he was going through something because it's been 2 weeks he ain't been on the show. Tommy been running the show. So I think he on vacation, but
trying to play the victim like he never talk about his own friend. Riaz, what's going on, family?
That's all he ever did. What happened is it all came to light. He didn't think it was gonna come out. What's up, Riaz? He didn't think it was gonna come out, but that's why I say you can't go around backdooring people and think it sooner or later the truth gonna come to light. It always do. Or you tell on your damn self. I really lost a lot of respect for Steve Harvey when Monique was going through what she was going through, and she reached out to Steve to get some advice. And this is what his words were: sometimes you have to throw your integrity away to get where you want to go. Right. Oh, I believe a nigga gay. That's what that mean to me. That's what that mean to me, because we know ain't nobody getting a TV show, a talk show, wasn't even good at stand up, stole somebody else's show unless you're taking it in the butt.
Right. I don't know, I don't know. I can't believe he's trying to play the victim, about you don't talk about your friends, bro. You do it all the time.
He called him back door. He didn't like Bernie. Bernie was too good. See, that's the problem with people that are too good. With people that are too good, The people around you act like they like you, but they really there to destroy your shit. They don't like you because if they liked you, they'd have self-respect enough to push you along. And if they can't push you along, they get out the way. That's just respect. But you don't destroy somebody's stuff and then mimic them on everything they do, and then you pretend to like a person. You don't like a person. You have an agenda. You're not genuine. You're all fucked up. That's Steve.
I don't know why he mad about. Like you can't be mad at nobody, bro. I'm sorry, like Steve Harvey should be the last person to be mad at people because he's hurt a lot of feelings. I swear these guys, they could take jokes and it's time for them to get hit. They get
Come on now, he talked so bad about Bernie during Ocean's 11. He called him, tried to backdoor the man.
right, like
Yeah, it all came out. You've been jealous the whole time. You were supposed to be the king of the kings of comedy, and you end up being the MC because nobody thought you were funny. Let's be honest.
yeah, I can't believe it. I can't believe
He
it.
was not in the kings of comedy, y'all. He was the MC. Look at the Kings of Comedy. Go back and look at it again. He doesn't have a part of stand-up. He's not telling jokes. He's introducing people.
Katt Williams talked about that. That's why he mad about. That's why he mad about. Yeah.
Well, we all saw it. When I first saw Kings of Comedy, I did not think Steve Harvey was a king of comedy because every time it was time for somebody else to come out, it was his turn to introduce them. Tell me, when did he do his part?
Right.
He didn't have one because he got kicked. And to save his pride, they let him be the MC instead of bringing somebody else. There are so many more people that are way funnier than them them three, beside Bernie. So many people that they could have put on the Kings of Comedy. These boys ain't even the princes or the dukes. They the jokers of comedy. Three of them: DL, him, Steve, DL, and
I can't believe Steve trying to play the victim, yo. Like,
are the jokers in comedy. They not even close to being a king. Who told them they was king?
No. Why he mad about? Trying to figure out why he mad about, dude. You're the last person should be mad at nobody. The shit that you did to Monique and all that shit. You're mad. You're mad. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
He's talking about stolen friend. Like you shouldn't bring that up. Like that shouldn't be in your thing. I'm sorry. Like you shouldn't bring that up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what they say. Katt was jealous of Reggie Carroll, but I don't see Katt having a jealous bone in his body. Katt be paying for people's funerals, and he say, this is Katt words: I don't even let nobody go on tour with me unless I think they're funnier than me.
Making up stuff, right?
He said, if they ain't funnier than me, I don't mess with them. Lunel is hilarious. Red is hilarious. That's some of his closest people. I mess with them. You know. But I didn't put it together as being a youngster watching the Steve Harvey show when he was in school. I didn't put it together, but then I watched Hanging because Hanging with Mr. Cooper was my thing. I liked that show. And he was a school teacher.
Yeah, he was a school teacher, right?
Yeah, he went to every show and stole that show. Stole the whole idea.
I thought it was weird that he was the principal and he tried to get with the teacher all the time.
Yep. He was a teacher trying to get with the principal. Regina was the principal.
Yeah, that's what he was. Yeah, that's what he was. But yeah, I just thought he's trying to play. He's playing victim here. I listen to everything, y'all.
Tiny house shit. I'm just not finna do it. No. I done lived in the car. I'm not finna. So we get on the show and here these guys is, and they pulling up pictures, and this is our deluxe model, deluxe. And I'm sitting here going, man, I'm not just looking at this, and I just don't see the benefits of a tiny home. I just don't see how I'm sitting up in here cooking. My wife's standing there at the kitchen cooking, and I'm sitting here shitting right next to the stove. And my baby is trying to do homework on a bunk. I know he can smell me.
It done got in the egg.
Yeah, it all in the egg. I'm changing the channel with my toes.
He always trying to be funny, yo. He overdoes it.
And I'm sitting here, man.
And
I'm just on this show.
He overdoes it when he try to be funny. Not gonna lie.
Then this tiny.
Let me get down to
this long in the draft is
He
beyond.
says some funny things, but he's
and see, it's very hard. But
he's country. The only people that really like Katt Williams is old country women.
Yeah.
Not Katt Williams, Steve Harvey. Old country folks. Other than that, he's very good at improv and ad lib. I mean, that's why to me that's why he does well on the on that show that show that he had.
What show are you talking about?
The game show that he does.
A game show?
Yeah, he got Steve Harvey do a game show. Beast, what's the name of the game show he do? We used to play it in Julie's Live all the time. Family Feud. He is, Beast. I can't take that from him. But that's the only lane he has, if you ask me. He's corny in the mornings.
Yeah, he's corny.
Tommy's super corny.
Yeah, he's corny, like super corny.
Junior's stupid. Shirley Strawberry just laughs at everything, and that other lady's just there.
Yeah.
On the show. And all I do is I just listen to them to see how dumb people sound. Now everybody in the government done came out and told us that the vaccine wasn't worth a damn and it was fucked up. Right? Do you know he's still on his talk show telling people to get the vaccine? You know that's a commercial on his talk show? After we know the vaccine is fucked up.
You said he what?
We know the vaccine is fucked up, and he runs a commercial every morning with Morgan Freeman talking, telling us that we need to wear masks and get a vaccine. We know all that was a lie, right? At this point. What's up, Chrissy? We know all that was a lie at this point, right?
Right.
I mean,
all of it.
I gotta say it too. I did like the Steve Harvey show when he did. I watched it when he did, but then I wasn't hip to a lot of stuff, and I would have watched it anyway, whether I'd been hip to it or not. Because I watch what I want to watch. I like what I like.
Right.
If I like it, I like it.
I get you, guys. I get it. You're trying to play the victim. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, but
It was funny.
well, he said for the longest he kept saying he wasn't gonna respond, and because he did a whole spiel, like a whole 30-minute. When all this came out, he did a whole 30-minute response about how he wasn't gonna respond. Well, I liked it because the girl who, let me tell you my favorite actor on the Steve Harvey show, the girl who played the Gina's understudy, the lady that worked in the office with Gina, they called her Shiro, the one that said the entertainer ended up being his girlfriend on there. I liked it because of her and Gina.
Right.
Steve was funny on there too. I gotta say, it was some funny parts he had on there too. But the kids act Bullethead and Romeo made that show. If it wasn't for Bullethead and Romeo, there
Yeah,
wouldn't be a
that,
fail.
about that the guy with the bald head, right?
Huh?
What are you talking about? The bald head dude?
Yeah, the bald head dude, Romeo, that's Romeo, and Bullethead was a white boy, his best friend.
Yeah. He died from an overdose.
Bullethead did?
Yeah.
Dang. I thought no.
No,
No,
him.
Bullethead.
You know what I'm talking? My bad. The
The
guy
bald head dude got killed over a girl in LA.
yeah, the guy from Saved by the Bell died from overdose. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
And
that
yeah, you're right. Steve Hart, the Hewleys it was watchable, but Overton funny as a motherfucker anyway. He was funny on Living Single.
yeah, she's that
Overton made Living Single that funny too.
yeah.
Overton is the shit. Overton was funny as shit. See, comedy ain't really about being smart. It's about timing. Everybody in the world wants to be a comedian. Everybody wants to make somebody laugh. It's about timing when you tell the joke.
Where's what?
And the only reason I know that is y'all know I studied Dick Gregory. And he's a master comedian. Again, if it wasn't for Dick Gregory busting down the racial barriers with his political satire, none of these comedians. We don't have a Kings of Comedy. We don't have a Def Jam. We don't have none of that shit.
Right.
None of that. You stuck in the chitlin circuit. You stuck in the chitlin circuit. That's why I listen to Dick Gregory. He was the pioneer.
That's funny, yo.
Can
That's
you come
stuck in the kitchen, sir.
And Dick Gregory was just funny. His whole mother, even on with right before he died, he was funny as shit. Political satire.
I can't believe he's still a year later. Right, it's crazy, right? I think it's funny that he said he wasn't gonna talk about it, and he come out a year later in his feelings talking about it. Boy, that is crazy to me. It's crazy, yo. He's just too funny. Steve Harvey funny, yo. Now, this right here talks about people's wife, jokes, everything. I know that some people started talking about his Diddy and his daughter. He kind of like slowed down, but it's too late. I'm just saying.
Controlled by FCC rules. The problem is,
yeah, this is when he talks about them.
These people go get these podcasts.
Let me back up. He's talking about
and see, it's very hard, but that's why I left stand up in 2012, 2015, one of them. I left stand up then because I had so many shows. I had built such a catalog of work. I was making. I had to let something go, and if I tour on the weekends, I wouldn't even have a family. So I let stand up go because I saw the change coming. You remember I said change is inevitable. You got to react or participate. So my participation was to get away from.
Stop doing stand up, not because you were selling out arenas.
Let's pause, right? So we know he's lying. Let's pause on this. Yeah, let's talk about it.
You stopped doing stand up because nobody came. Everybody saw that you were the MC on Bingo. They saw that you was yeah.
What's going on, family?
You got to be honest. You stopped doing stand up, Steve, because
he couldn't handle all the motherfucking criticism, that all the questions about Bernie Mac and what happened to Bernie Mac. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. Like, this nigga the biggest sellout. He can't even talk about nobody, bro. Like, come on, bro. You talk so much high power shit and think like a what you telling the females the what? Act like a woman and think like a man or some weird ass shit, you feel me? Like, come on, bro. You another one. You another Tyler Perry ass nigga, you feel me?
Yeah. That's right.
Another Tyler Perry ass nigga. You thick coon bootlicking ass nigga. That's what it is. You feel
What's up,
me? And the only
Nico?
what's good, what's good, and only reason only reason why he going at Cat Williams is because Cat Williams got the streets right now. He got all the real. You feel me? Like, bro, he trying to do this shit so he could get his name back in the algorithm, bro.
Because you know he fell off, bro. Ain't nobody was calling this nigga. Ain't nobody giving. Ain't nobody
Ain't
Nobody
nobody
trying
asking for this
to.
nigga, none of that shit, bro. That little fucking morning show, that shit lame as a fuck. You feel me?
Right.
It's
Y'all,
propaganda.
y'all really ain't even getting nobody really listening to that shit because
They're not
everything's
even
shifting to YouTube. You feel me?
right.
Motherfuckers ain't really listening to the radio no more, bro. Especially
Right.
because motherfuckers want to engage and actually talk. You feel me? You select the how many calls y'all take at that damn radio station. It ain't like how it is when y'all
Yeah.
first started. You feel me? Y'all don't take as many calls as y'all used to. You feel me? And that's what made motherfuckers turn they back on your ass. Bitch. Come on, bro. Like you forgot about what this shit was really
What got
supposed
you
to be
there? What got
about. The
them there?
people. It was supposed
Yeah.
to be for the people. It ain't the people ain't got no voice, so they going to other alternatives. And Hollywood is crashing, and you're a part of Hollywood. So guess what? You're finna crash. Bitch. It
It's
is what it is.
crashing.
It is
Hollywood
what
is
it is.
crashing.
It's burning, bitch.
Corey, Corey Holcomb said it. I work here in LA. I ride by NBC Studios all the time. NBC Studios is a mall or something now because we have all these platforms in Hollywood. Denari said, if as long as we got these platforms, we can get content for free. Everybody want to be famous, and they don't know at all what they're doing.
What's up, beast? What's up, beast?
Y'all think about this. Do y'all know how many conversations, and Chef can attest to this, Negro, you can too. Y'all know how many conversations we had where nobody was talking about the shit we were talking about or
Yeah.
laughing about shit we were laughing about, and then all of a sudden you see one of these niggas
Thousands,
saying it.
thousands. Thousands, all it's all the time. Every damn topic, damn near. You feel me? Cause we always be ahead of the curve. Then
Right.
motherfuckers start catching on to this shit. You feel me? But you know, I ain't no salt shaker. You feel me? And I ain't mad. You know, if a motherfucker gon' capitalize, go ahead and get it. Cause this is no money out here for everybody. So you feel me?
Already.
Right? It ain't even about hoarding the information. You feel me? It's just I'm happy to see that motherfucker catching on to what the fuck really going on. That's all it is. You
Mm.
can't even get mad about no motherfucker waking up. If you help wake up somebody, but you should be happy about that shit.
Yeah,
You shouldn't be hating on nobody because they came to the realization of understanding what the fuck you was saying in the first
yeah.
place. The hell type shit is that? That's counterproductive to the whole situation. Why the fuck is we having this conversation for if you ain't trying to enlighten nobody? You feel me?
I
Hence the
know.
name. Hence the name. You feel me? Like, come on, bro.
Because
And
a lot of,
and
you
that's
know,
why
Negro,
I don't really kick it with a lot of people on here because you feel me, certain energy I'm not finna entertain. You feel me? If it's low vibrational, I'm straight on it, bro. I'm straight on that low vibrational vibe and shit, bro. Hell nah. Yeah, we
and,
gonna
and
we can't have a adult conversation about the situation. Then what the fuck is we talking for?
oh man, oh man.
We gotta get to the meat and potatoes, the nitty gritty, whatever, however you want to motherfucking say it. Then we gotta get to the real source of the situation. You feel me? Instead of beating around the bush and talking about this and talking about that. No, why is this happening? You feel me? What's the
Yeah,
reason? Because if you don't understand the reason, you're gonna continue to be a victim to it.
oh man. Because you ain't gonna be able to stop it. You're gonna keep going. That's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Yeah, it's fact. Straight up, yeah. But he definitely trying to play victim. I know why. I think it's kind of too late for him to be doing this. I'm talking about Cat Williams and all that. But you know what they got going on over there. But you know he
That
couldn't
man,
help it. Yo, he couldn't help it. He
that
had
man is 60 some years old,
He got
Chef.
he got a car. But he has to attach his name to somebody else that's relevant because his name is Don Down, bro.
right.
You
Every
don't
white
see Tom.
female,
You don't see Tom Joyner out here sneak dissing motherfuckers. You feel me? Other
yeah,
radio jocks because he already understand how the game go. You feel me? Like this shit different now. You feel me? Everybody gonna be a. You feel me? Everybody gonna get a turn. Get their turn. You feel me? When they get their turn, you can't hate on the next man. Fuck. I don't care if that man did something that that goes against everything you stand for. You feel me? Leave that man alone. You feel me? As long as he ain't doing it to you, shit, ain't nothing to talk about.
That's why he good, bro. That's exactly what this man doing. This man right here, he like, he not talking about himself when he used to do all that fuckery. He just making it like, yo, people get their podcast and they, you know what I mean? They don't know how to use it, right? They just sit there and, talk about people like, no.
Now, hold up. Now, peep this. Everybody knew how to use a podcast until his dirty laundry came out. Now nobody know how to do a podcast.
Exactly. Make it make sense.
Right.
He don't make no sense till he start.
Cause he don't really promote ownership. You feel me? He wants you to work for a bit. He wants you to get in these circles, and you feel me? Okay, well, I cannot go do this without doing this. Like, nah, sometimes you gotta go by faith. You feel me? Like how you got, and then some of your story ain't even true. You feel me? Like you leaving out critical information. You feel me? That really propelled your career, but you ain't telling people this. You feel me? Like you telling white lies. You feel me? Trying to make it look like all like Disney and shit. Like, oh, bitch, I came from the bottom and now I'm on top type shit. Like, nah, bitch, you did some shit. You feel me, to get to this place, bro.
Your parents' household, went to college and everything. Come on,
yeah,
now.
Bro, you was college educated, bro. You ain't put that in none. We ain't know this. You feel me? Until you started representing certain fraternities and organizations, and you feel me, like just like Ricky Smiley. You feel me, like this shit bigger than this shit.
That's what I be saying about Christians. Just say you can't serve two gods.
You can't serve two masters. So you feel me, like that fraternity shit go against it off real.
You know where it come from? They tell you
Greek.
It's a Greek step show.
It's a Greek. It's a Greek fraternity. It's all Greek fraternity.
Devil worshiping.
Yeah.
Blatant devil worshiping. Don't believe in God at all. The Greeks didn't. So when you join a Greek step show, you know what you in, right? You can't tell me about Jesus and God no more. Because you can't serve two masters. You gonna hate one and despise the other. You're never gonna be able to get yourself
you can't love both, because you can't love both. You can't love both because they're already against each other all by default. So you can't love both.
They do, y'all.
Because one despises the other. Period.
Right. Exactly. Period.
Whichever side you pick, bitch, them motherfuckers is enemies. Forever.
And there you go. That's what it beats crazy. He put OBKB. Yeah, Katt took me out when he said that shit. Don't nobody want a country bumpkin. OBKB.
Shit.
And Steve had a talk show, but he mainly had children on there.
Right.
You know, the children's talk show where he was interviewing the little kids and
running stupid ass jokes.
Now as a 50-year-old man, I'm not going. If you give me a talk show, I'm not interviewing no 3 and 4 and 5-year-olds.
Right.
I'm a grown motherfucking man. Give that to somebody in Disney.
You ain't lying, bro. I want to interview.
With everything that's going on with these Epstein files in Hollywood, and make you look a little suspect. Cause everybody that done been doing this shit, they been getting caught up with some bullshit, haven't they?
Yep.
The last lady that was interviewing them kids, where's she at? The gay lady, where's she at?
Hey, you talking about Ellen DeGeneres? She left the country. She left the country. She somewhere else. I saw somewhere she was walking, and I guess they was trying to tell the people to move out the fucking way or some shit. Bitch, I wish that they would walk by me and tell me to move, bitch. If you don't
He,
motherfuckers, you see all this motherfucking open space out
he,
here, bitch, you better walk around. I am not
um,
moving for no for that nigga. I don't give a fuck who he is, bitch. He could be the president, bitch. On
hey, B.
everything, bitch.
Deion Cole is probably one of the best comedians out there. Nobody ever mentions or talks about Deion Cole. Is he Blackish? Deion Cole, Blackish was already a good little sitcom. It was
Yeah.
already the writers had it tight. But when they put Deion Cole in that motherfucker, they couldn't even take Deion Cole out. And you see how the ratings dropped as soon as Deion, when he wasn't working at that job no more. Then he became the uncle. They had to bring him back because Deion Cole is shit. If y'all ain't messing with Deion Cole, man, you missing out on some good shit. Deion Cole is shit.
Yeah.
He funny as a motherfucker.
I'm hard than a motherfucker. Nah, let me stop.
I'm with you. Mind if I smoke with you, Negro?
I never
I heard,
mind. I
I
never
heard you
mind.
call.
I
I
never
said, yeah,
mind.
we together. We doing it together. But
Yeah.
Ricky Smiley was funny when he played a church
He was,
lady.
yeah, he was, but yeah, that's crazy because like this nigga good at playing bitches. Good at playing bitches. That's the crazy. This nigga good at playing bitches. Like, let me stop. That shit crazy. Like, yeah, these niggas is in the whole category. You Tyler Perry ass nigga. Good
Yo,
at playing bitches, dog.
I think that's crazy because that's the only role I ever see this nigga play that he actually get like a life. Like, you know what I mean? He can't. That's why I know why he might have can't
But
really can't
that's
really.
how he started out in Comic View. He was the old church lady. He
Yeah,
used
he
to
was
read the
first
book.
with the
Hmm.
glasses. With the glasses. Remember
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
with
old
them glasses. Yeah, with them glasses. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And
like,
the church.
dog.
He come out in the old school dress with the hat on,
These,
the wig,
these
and the
niggas
glass.
being dragged. These niggas being
And,
dragged. But
That
they
nigga
want to
talking
be
about that.
mad.
And he
and
had a
he'll
gun
read
on
the bulletin. And he was good at it. Oh Lord, Sister Sherry done died. Nobody told me nothing. Oh
Hmm.
no. That shit was hilarious. But I went to black church. I understand that. I get that. Everything he was doing, that really happened in church. For real.
Yeah, you see that. You see
Yeah,
that.
to me.
You see that. You see it in real time. So it's funny.
Yep.
You feel me?
It's funny.
It's
Because you always
relatable.
want to laugh at the shit in church, but you couldn't. Because your mama was sitting there.
Shit, me, I was laughing. I don't care who
You was
said
laughing.
nothing. I'm laughing. I was laughing, dude. I don't give a fuck. I'm laughing. Dude. And
We used to
and God know I'm
laughing.
laughing too, big. God know I'm laughing right in that bitch.
Man, we
I'm
know these
about
people down there playing. We young dudes, and just I'm gonna tell you how church would run. We young dudes, some of them people down there jumping and shouting, gonna buy us beer when we 16, 17, right after this service, and we
Right,
all gonna be
what?
done.
right.
You
And they
ain't
down there
even
acting
lying.
goddamn cool.
You
Yeah.
ain't even lying, bro. 'Cause half of my family was giving me drinks at the party, bitch.
And and you wonder why we laughing at you dancing, acting fool, talking about you speaking in tongues. You ain't speaking in tongues. Your ass is drunk.
Right. Jumping.
Ain't stupid. Or you high?
Exactly what's going on. Your ass is drunk. Drunk like a motherfucker.
Okay, so Rice, then you might as well say you're under the influence.
There it is. There it is. And they ain't the influence of God. Y'all in there bullshitting, showing out, trying to have a talent
Hey,
show.
hey, bro, you know what, bro? I've been laughing for like 2 days, bro. Right? So like, bro, the whole world was so amped up about this rapture shit, right? And I knew it wasn't finna happen, but I'm like, bro, like, I want
I
to
tell
see
you,
like how I want to see how sick these motherfuckers gonna be looking, bro. People been giving away all their money, giving away cars, jobs, all types of shit. You feel me? Now what y'all finna do? You feel me? Like,
now,
bro, ain't no way.
no, Beast, I don't know how they do it communion in other walks, but in my belief, you don't take communion unless you've been saved. But you not only saved, but you have to be baptized, and it has to be some paperwork on it, or they don't let you take it. Everybody don't get communion. If you a new member and they have a communion, you can't have none. You not saved, or they don't know that you saved. You got to bring the paperwork. That's how that works. Now I don't know, but yeah. Back to what Negro was saying. All I did, I made a video for TikTok and told them because since y'all acting a damn fool on here and it's all of them down my time feed. I tell you what. And I think TikTok do that because they want my opinion on shit. They put shit on my feed. And I'm gonna tell you like this. They put all that shit on my feed yesterday, and I just told them, hey, if y'all think the rapture gonna happen and y'all know, because it's
Yeah,
scripture
yeah, yeah,
says
yeah. I was
no
dying.
man
You're
knows
right.
the time or the day. I'm
I
gonna tell
was
you this,
dying.
man, here.
I was laughing at my. I was laughing. I was making a joke with a couple customers. We was dying, bro, about the rapture. We was so fucking.
Yeah.
I said, people
Bro,
sell. Heard that people sell
the
their
whole
home,
world.
people sell their homes, sell their cars, quit their jobs, man. Shut up, man.
And now it's some crazy ass white boys talking about if y'all white boys calling for civil war. If y'all think y'all gonna go in the hood where I grew up around my black friends, you know you really outmatched because us white boys we coming. We ain't playing that shit. So I got on and said, look, all white boys that grew up with this, stand down.
I see
If
people
y'all want to fight them other white boys, y'all fight them. We don't have shit to do with this civil war, and please trying to quit involving us.
and
Now, if they
Negro,
come over here with that bullshit, we gonna clear the neighborhood out.
you
But if
see
they stay over there with that shit, they good.
right. You see people who talk like that and talk about rapture, we should be selling and stocking and all that shit. Them people don't know shit because when the real time comes, they're not gonna know. You know what I mean?
Yep, they ain't gonna know. Hey, if they let me make this very
It's
clear.
not even
If
that they
just say,
gonna know.
if
They
just
ain't gonna be
hypothetically,
ready, bro.
hey,
They
hey,
ain't ready now.
Chef, hypothetically, what happens right now if a nuke is just lobbed in the air? What happens to the rest of the world?
Yo, it's just gonna be like people, everything's gonna be shut down. They're gonna bring an alert.
It's gonna stop.
Yeah,
It's
everything's gonna
gonna stop.
everything's gonna shut
Boats
down.
ain't
We're not
moving.
gonna be able to hear no news, no nothing, no right,
No nothing. It's
everything,
gonna stop.
everything's gonna shut down.
It's gonna stop.
Everything, everything. You can't
And
call
our
me.
soldiers are not prepared to fight those soldiers over there. We got
You're not gonna
special
be able to
battalions and stuff
you're not gonna
and
be able to email nobody.
spies, but
You're
as
not gonna be
far
able
as a manpower, like feet on the ground, feet boots on the ground around the world, we can't compete no more. These guys saw they still hard over there where they at. They call that savage. If you're going to be in the military, you probably you need some level of savage, or you gonna get handled rough. You don't go into war being soft.
right. No, you don't. No, you don't.
And what happened the last time? We gathered up a whole bunch of people in this Christian nation and sent a bunch of church boys to fight, and they came home and killed themselves. We lost more folks at home than on the battlefield to to what's that called when you kill yourself?
Suicide.
Suicide. We lost more folks on our own turf to suicide than we lost on the ground, face to face with weapons. We were a Christian state.
Right.
That's why I tell you, every nation except for us, y'all, is based in a religion, whether you want to know it or not. We're fighting for Israel, and that's a Jewish state. And what's funny is it's like people that don't even believe in God are for it, and they don't even get it. It's weird.
Yeah, very
It's
weird.
weird.
Very weird. Right.
You contradicted yourself. You
Very
don't
weird.
even believe in God. Why would you be behind a religious state?
Where's my shit down for? What the fuck is going on here? What's really going on?
See, all over the world, especially on that side of the world, the first thing they recognize you by is your religion. Because your religion, let me tell you why. Your religion is going to advance character. It's going to tell who you are. That's why they don't have open devil worshippers on that side of the world. Why? Because everybody know who the devil is. You ain't got no win. We have them over here. You can openly say you worship the devil over here. Then we know what the devil do.
And nothing happened to you.
We know it comes with
Go try that
sacrifices,
shit somewhere else.
blood, and doing all kind of crazy, inhumane stuff that you should go to jail for. And nothing, say it again, Negro, nothing happens to you.
Nothing happens, bro. Don't nothing happen.
We call that freedom of religion. Nobody, have you noticed how bad they attack people that believe in Jesus and all Jesus said was love people like you love yourself? And they so mad at Jesus and don't want him to exist. But devil worshippers, they don't, nobody fucks with them. You ain't never seen a
Hey,
talk where a bunch of religions that hate Christians get on there and say, you know who we gotta really get rid of? The motherfucking devil worshippers. They the ones, they the real ones.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Got a whole genre of music dedicated to devil worship.
Yeah.
People jumping around, hitting each other, jumping, slam dancing. Man, you do that to me, I'm gonna shoot this bitch up. I'm not even here with no motherfucking black eye. I came here to have a good time.
You ain't lying. I ain't lying at all. The majority of the shit that is devil worship. But what? Let's do try to play the victim.
Still trying to play the victim.
Podcast, and you're doing it brilliantly. Please don't stop doing the way you do. See, the problem with people is they get something that work and then they want to find something that work better. You ain't got to fix it if it ain't broke. See, I'm on radio for real. I have a real radio show. I have the #1 adult contemporary show, 25 to 54 in America.
Why you gotta say it like
Steve
that?
Harvey Morning Show, 112 markets. I got 9 million listeners.
He says it all the time. He says it
bro,
every
the
morning.
nigga cocky, bro. The nigga cocky, bro. That's how the
No,
man
he
talk,
just
bro.
he has to remind himself that that's who he is. That's
No FCC rules to abide by. But you have to remember, even though you're on a podcast, you still got a brand. Yeah. And so you can't say what you want to say and expect to be relevant and not get canceled. You can't have a podcast and the way that you think you can make money is on clicks and views at the expense of others and not expect to have to pay the expense. Mm-hmm. You can't have a podcast and light me up and don't expect to get lit up. You can't have a podcast, let somebody come on your show and talk about your friends.
Hey, you, if you call yourself a YouTuber, stay. If not,
yo,
skip
the man,
this.
I can't
Grow
believe
in
the
your
man's
niche.
complaining, bro. I can't believe this guy. What I mean, I'm not finishing.
he's clearly jaded, and I get it. But at the same time, Steve, you do that on your show.
Right. All the time.
Like that's what your show is about.
All the time.
You don't have any clear cut. You don't even tell the truth. You give your opinions all the time. It's entertainment, bro. You're not helping anybody. I listen to it every morning. I can call you out on shit all day that y'all mislead people on. If people go and read for real, you won't have no following. They'll know that you can't read, or you have an agenda, or somebody pulling your strings.
A lot of shit.
Because you're all fucked up. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You're all fucked up. Only thing Junior doing the sports. That's the only thing I listen to you and rely on you. Everything else is entertainment to me. I just want to see the general consensus of what the agenda being pushed is, and that's what you do for me. You show me their hand. They say nigga jump, you say how high.
Right. Exactly what he does on his show.
So I want to know what the agenda that you pushing. So when somebody come in my face with that, I already have done the research and we can read it together and know that okay, here we go. This nigga ain't telling the whole truth.
Yeah, I don't think he's telling the whole truth.
And like he said, you had somebody come on there talking about your friends. He had a lot of his friends on there first, and they lied about situations.
Right.
If they didn't lie about situations, there would have been no correction. Why you think I don't lie? If I'm fucked up, I'm fucked up. I can dig that. But I'm telling you, I'm not gonna lie about it. Cause the truth gonna come out. That's the one thing you can't run from. And it don't care about your feelings. It don't care about your gender, your color. The truth gonna be the truth, whether you want it to be or not.
I don't know what. I don't know, yo. Why he trying to get at? I don't know why he trying to get at. But boy, man, you should not dare be complaining. I'm sorry, Steve Harvey. You shouldn't be complaining like this. You look sad.
Damn it, Fred. He knows something about Fred happened in the past with Lyle not and just start slamming Fred. Y'all got to shut that down. Yeah. Because this your brother. You got to protect him. And you got to protect the brand. They don't do that no more. So you come on my show. You spread all these lies about some people that I call my so-called friends. And I just let you sit there and check it. And because your podcast had so many views on that right there, your next guest is the same type of guest. Because now you want your money to be made off clicks and views at somebody's expense. Well, now guess what? You got to pay for that. Because once you put it out in the universe that I want clicks and views, the universe does not differentiate. It just gives you clicks and views. So now here they come the rest of them. And now you got clicks and views.
My question to that, though, is there was the podcast, and there was a comedian who talked about you. And you waited a while before ever responding to Katt Williams. Mm-hmm. But when you responded, it felt like there was a lot more vitriol to your response than it was all of the initial accusations. Why do you think the response to what you said was so different from what he said on Shannon's show?
When you say vitriol, what you mean?
The social media fodder was upset with you for the way you finally responded to him. Mm-hmm. You mentioned his height and what you could do if there was ever an altercation. They said they felt like what he said about you was true because of the nature of your reaction.
Oh, well, see, first of all, I ain't really good at social media, so I didn't even know that was out there. But they can, like, really kiss most of the corners of my ass when you say stuff like that. First of all, man, let me say this. And I probably... See, first of all, when I said that I was on stage at Earn Your Leisure, mm-hmm. I was really just joking. I slap your perm, all this. I was just in front of a whole lot of people. I was really just joking. I don't really, if I had a chance to talk to Katt about anything, I would just ask him what's wrong. Just what's wrong. Let's go to that. Listen to me, man. Just because a person sits on the show and don't hesitate or say or and speaks eloquently, that don't mean it's true. That just don't mean it's true, man. And I probably shouldn't have said anything. That's a regret I have. I really shouldn't have said nothing. Because we not in the same league, dog. We shooting at two different baskets. I shouldn't even have said nothing. And so really, man, I think I would apologize to him if he took offense to what I said. I was joking, but I would apologize to him. And like I said, if I had a chance to sit down with him, I would just say, hey, man, what's wrong? But you got to look at the whole tone of the interview. If the whole tone of the interview is what everybody else ain't, what everybody else ain't got, what everybody else doing, I think that's kind of like hate and jealousy. And hate and jealousy is a form of grief. You're grieving because obviously all them people you talking about have something you either want or are something that you ain't. And you agree.
I was taking a shot at Katt. I don't know. I see all the people that he talked about that he wants something that they don't have. I don't know, because in a way a Katt was at the bottom for a minute. I don't know if that's right to say or say, yeah, he wanted something that they have. I don't know how to say all that. But say that the reason why he was talking about, Katt was talking about everybody on the Shannon Sharpe show a year ago. I know he's addressing it. I don't know. It took you a while. How long did it take you to come up with that? To say all that? That's why people are like, you know what? Yeah, took him that long. It could have been true. You never addressed it right there and then. And that's what the internet is. You can't tell the internet to kiss your ass and all the other stuff, sir, because now they're really going, you know what I mean? Really be on you and kind of like looking at you like, this dude right here is kind of weird, and maybe everything Katt's saying about him is true because I can kind of like, own it. A lot of people think, Steve Harvey's phony. A lot of them. Am I one of them that think he's phony? Yeah. He runs stupid ass jokes. When people make jokes with him, he be getting angry. Like, you can't be like that. Is they in the same league? Is they because he said they're not in the same league? I don't know. I don't know how to compare him and Katt like that. I tell you what, Katt is funnier than him. That is a well-known fact. Katt is funnier than Steve Harvey. Yeah, like what he said. He don't do it how he wants. He do it how they tell him to do. Basically, what I'm getting from him. Shannon Sharpe wasn't telling him. I guess had nobody telling him how to do his shit. He would have do it regular law. What I'm getting from Steve Harvey is like he basically wants someone to control the Club Shay Shay show. I thought it was control. He wants somebody to control it, I guess. That's what he's saying. He wants someone to control it. So we're gonna get into it. I don't know. But all right, guys. All right, I feel you. Much respect, family. Yeah. I think he's mad because he wanted shit to be one. Everybody wants Shannon Sharpe show to be controlled, like their show is controlled. That's why he complained about. But if your show is controlled like that, people ain't gonna watch you. Especially when they know that you're listening. You can't like today. People once bad enough. People don't have freedom of speech. So if you're saying running a show like that and you're talking like that, then people are gonna watch it. But Jimmy Kimmel when he came back. Jimmy Kimmel when he came back. Jimmy Kimmel had like 10 million views one day. You know what I mean? And that's because of him feuding with Trump. And once again, free speech. But when your show's controlled, like Steve Harvey show's control, it dies off. People don't really watch show that are controlled like that no more. They want you to run it some type of way, like everything goes down. They want to hear everybody else's story except for them. They want to hear you talk about. You know what I mean? Like I was in a place and I was there, and this person told me, I'm like, I don't really get into that. And I'm like, as long as it's not about me, I'm just here. Basically, I like the drama as long as it's not about me. I'm like, okay. That means I gotta watch for you. If you like the drama, you like hearing people there. You know what I mean? As soon as someone say something to you, you want to get mad. You gotta watch it. That's Steve Harvey. When I talk about everybody else, about themselves, they get mad at everybody else. get mad at everybody else except for themselves. Except for themselves. Yeah, that's it. I know why he get mad at everybody. I said he should be the last one to be mad at people. Last one. He should be the last one to be mad, but he's mad at everybody except for himself. You ain't gotta be mad though. You ain't gotta be mad like that. But he's on hurt. That's why he took so long to come back and say what he got to say, because he sounded like he was hurt. He sounded hurt.
Grieving, and the funeral becomes the podcast. So now,
So the funeral becomes the podcast. I guess. No, you don't. I don't know. He's crazy. He got low self-esteem. I didn't know he was that. All them jokes that he did. You're that sensitive. All the jokes that Steve Harvey did, he's that sensitive. Did not know he was that sensitive like that.
these people, and be honest with you, man, and I'm not talking about him particular, but if you go on a podcast to degrade and belittle another group of people, that's a little bitch move to me. That's just real bitchy to me. I don't, if y'all ask me on the show, man, I don't want to talk negative about nobody. That's why I say, man, like, I would apologize to him, or I would say, ask the brother what's wrong, because I really want to know, But I'm glad I don't really pay attention to social media much. Somebody told me last week that there's a rumor going around that somebody got on a plane and flew into town and slapped me.
Please tell me that don't happen.
And
Not with that security.
Yeah, and I was sitting up here and I said, okay, Mr. Harvey, did that ever happen? They get on a plane and fly and slap you? I said, well, okay, but where the rest of the story? Yeah. Just tell me where the rest of it's at. What you mean? I said, so, but after he slapped me, what happened? Because that's what I need. It's got to be some more.
You ran in the house crying.
Yeah.
Not with all that security.
When you slapped me,
What was the next move?
yeah, because why are you kicking my ass? What is I'm going to be doing? That's what I be wondering, man. And like, I'm older now. I'm 68. I'm not throwing hands with you. I got a lot of people that I pay. They'll lay you down out here.
We saw. I'm gonna tell you this.
That's a big ass.
The way they took my selfie, and I still don't have my license. If they slapped you, they get found.
They got my license too.
See, look, man, you can't come on here because we have workers and stuff, and you come on here, you could go stay in another building or something,
On the compound.
But even though he's saying all that, like as I say, he got to be careful too, because now if something happened, they could say, well, he could have paid someone to do it, because as I said, these interviews are very tricky. They're very tricky. You see what I'm saying? Because it's just like if you make a song about this and anything happened to, make a song and say something similar and bring certain people's name into it. Just like, this David dude right here. It'd be some questions because you talked about it, but he said he's 7, 60, whatever he is, 68 or whatever he is, 65. He don't throw hands somewhere, he'll get someone to do that. Man. And I think sometimes, I think he'd be wearing a fake beard too, sometimes, honestly. I think he'd be doing that. Sometimes he'd be wearing a fake beard. My bad, a mustache. Got that mustache right there look fake as hell. Yeah, I'm just saying, that mustache right there look fake. But who am I? Yeah. But I can't see him and Katt fighting. I don't think Katt could fight because Katt, You know what I mean? Remember last time he was getting beat up a lot of times. He got knocked up by some 15-year-old kid at one point too. I don't know. That's a good thing because if he would have hit that kid, they would have been like, "Oh, you saw the child." So yeah, we could bypass that of him not fighting with that kid because if he would have did that, oh Lord, there would have been so many things on his name. It would have been ridiculous. But yeah, Katt and Steve Harvey, the beef. Because I know Katt was on the show and it was like, "Oh, you came on here last time. You got 7 million views on our show." Like, da da da. So I don't know. Right now, anywhere Katt goes and he sits down and he talks, he's getting hella views. So I don't think really is for like what Steve Harvey's talking about. If Shannon Sharpe did it for the clicks and likes and numbers, but because anywhere Katt Williams go, you sit down with white and black audience or white audience or black audience, he's still gonna get the views. These are the facts. Like we've seen this. I've seen this in the last week or so. But yeah, we'll talk. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, by the time 4:30 get here and we know everybody out, if you ain't picked your license up, you still here.
We gotta watch it.
Yeah, so now we're gonna come find you.
But I gotta follow up on that. Why don't you and Katt just sit down and talk? You have the resources. He has the resources. I know y'all know enough people. That shit blew up. Like, why can't y'all just talk? Because that's how we do it. We've done it. You even bring up us. We have arguments. Yeah. And
okay, let's rewind. A freak hailstorm hit, sending this group running for shelter.
My bad. Let me skip this ad, y'all. But yeah, Steve Harvey cannot be like this. You sound like a sucker.
Let's talk.
That's easy. That's easy to do, But I don't like. Look, man. If you don't have a desire to talk to me, I don't have time to run you down. Yeah. But I wasn't the accuser. I didn't see. You got to be careful of people who become victims of circumstances that they create. You on here talking about me. I didn't talk about you. If you want to sit down, I'll sit down. Man, I'll sit down with anybody. I promise you I will, man. I'm that big a man now. Now 30 years ago, I'd have found you with purpose. Yeah. But not no more, man.
Is it low-hanging fruit because of everything that you do? Are you an easy target? Yeah, because a lot of 68-year-olds, like, you just supposed to just be family, doing your thing, retirement, but you still do so much. You're so relevant.
I'm saying he's 68. He got that's a fake mustache. Fake mustache. That mustache that Steve Harvey has is fake. I'm telling you, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. You can tell that's fake. That's fake, right? That is fake. You guys can't touch that. That is fake. Fake, fake, fake. Fake. That mustache is fake. Fake ass Steve Harvey and his mustache. Fake mustache Steve Harvey. That shit is fake. Yeah. Fake shit going on around here. But yeah. You had a long run, so he shouldn't be mad at Katt. Because I'm pretty sure when he was Katt's age and he was picking on somebody that's out 68, and I mean the person wasn't saying that about him. I'm just saying. You crying a lot. Cry too much.
And it's so easy for people to attach my wagon to you, like clout or whatever it might be, right? Because social media is gonna respond.
My youngest child, man, is 28. So they in that generation. And I asked them what is it, and they said, Dad, you clickbait. He said, you clickbait. He said, you one of the most viral people in your age group out there. He said, Dad, every clip on Family Feud got you on it. Yeah. You clickbait. If they can take your face and put it on anything, you become clickbait. He said, and that's what it is, you know. The girl that runs the Shade Room, who's friends with my kids, they're like very decent towards me. You know, they don't put salacious stuff out. They don't let it go, you know. They watch stuff like that. There's people out there, man. I hear stuff about me, man, that just be crazy. Right. I mean, it be outlandish. My wife is sleeping with the bodyguard, with the chef, with the driver. Mm-hmm. How they still driving and cooking? What you talking about, man? What kind of bitch ass dude you think I am, man? I mean, really, man? You really think I'm finna allow this?
Yeah, he's still mad at Katt. Yeah. Yeah, he's still mad at what Katt said. No, he's just talking about food stamp a year later. That's what I'm saying. He's always been a hater. I don't understand. Why is he acting like, oh, he was like, you know, that's why I don't get why he did this. I don't get why he did this. Like an idiot. Yeah, he mad, yo. He big mad. Yeah, he mad. You know he mad. He mad at everybody though. He mad. See, why we gonna always be mad? To me, he's like, you know, he say Katt Williams in his ain't in his lane. But I don't think he's funny like Katt Williams though. At one point, Steve Harvey just all he used to do when people used to laugh, he used to just hump shit. That's it. Hump the chair, hump the furniture. I mean, I'm sorry.
I be looking at people, man.
And he said his name is Clickbait. But you show up right now at an interview. Your name is Clickbait. You said your kids. So you're a clickbait. But Katt Williams is getting more views on the shows. Nobody really watching you like that. Katt Williams go to Good Morning America everywhere. He's getting bare views. Anywhere he goes. He showed you that he ain't got it when people are like, oh, Katt Williams gonna get all the views because it's Club Shay Shay, and Club Shay Shay let everything happen and whatever. What he do? Start going all, you know what I mean? All them, you know, Caucasian shows, and still getting views. I'm just saying. I mean, I think them Caucasian people are sick of Steve Harvey trying to be, you know what I mean, errand boy. Because in this time right now, I really believe white people want you to be yourself. They don't want you to be like, especially some people. They don't want you to be like. That's why, you know what I mean. That, you know, always any the rich white man, the rich black man, the rich, you know, Chinese man, Mexican, Puerto Rican man. If you're not acting right, they're gonna get you know with a fucking gardener. You know what I mean, or the fucking. You know what I'm saying? The mechanic. You know, after a while, you can't always be that stuck up. Be that person. Like you gotta like change your way. All right, you know, everyone doing this. I'm gonna change my show a little bit into this, like you know, where we don't do. Well, you can't be mad at the time. The time we're in right now. If this was in Steve Harvey's era, like what he said 30 years ago, the whole humping the furniture, humping the floor, doing the butterfly dance, and crawling across the room, that shit was funny. But right now, motherfuckers gonna look at you like that shit is weird. You know what I'm saying? Weird. Weird. That's what I'm saying. Now you can't be mad at Katt Williams because he know to adapt to the era. I mean, remember Charleston White tried to do the same thing in Houston, Texas. He tried to hump the floor and, you know what I mean? Put his legs up in here like he's a stripper. That shit is weird. We're not in this era no more. We're not in that, you know what I mean? We're not 30 years ago. No, he can't be mad at Katt. Not be. A lot of these guys, they're mad at Katt Williams because same thing with the dude there. What's his name? Cedric. They're mad because they can't adapt to the time. They could only play certain role. Only certain role. Ricky Smiley, certain girl role. Regardless of what happened when Tyler Perry tried to play the action role, he still sound like Medea, right? Still sound like Medea. He still sound like Medea when he tried to play the whole action movie. And everyone's like, "Oh, that's all you could do when he created an action movie." When, you know what I mean? When he screams and he yells. Anytime Tyler Perry yells in any movie that's not Medea, he still sound like an old lady. So, Katt Williams not lying about these niggas. They could only play certain roles when it comes to certain things. You know what I mean? And that's why they was used. That's why they got ahead back then, because they was only use them for certain role. You know what I mean? The funeral movie, right? Cedric was only in there because of certain role. Y'all know Martin could play any role. The poor funny guy, the rich guy. You know what I mean? Katt Williams is sort of like Martin too. Martin, where he could play the funny rich guy, the funny poor guy. You know what I mean? The pimp. Barton could have done that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, listen. I'm gonna say this: Steve Harvey gotta understand. Go back 30 years ago, we watched. Even, you know what I mean? Even when Katt Williams came out in Friday. You know what I mean? Was he playing Money Mike? Listen, he was still funnier than, you know what I mean? A lot of niggas was bad that day they was in there. When they saw Money Mike and this they did together, we was what? Epic. Epic. You can't put Cedric in a movie like that. It would have made no sense. Wouldn't have made no sense to put Cedric in Friday. No. Them niggas only play certain roles. You see what I'm saying? Certain roles. You know what I mean? You put them in a Caucasian movie, like, it don't even sell. You know what I'm saying? You can't put Steve Harvey in a like a all black like, you know, comedy like Friday, and he's gonna be the stand-up funny guy, or you know what I mean? No. You know what I'm saying? He's only like a Caucasian, you know, audience dude. I'm sorry, like, I mean, certain niggas might think it's funny, but reality, you know what I mean? That's why his shit was always controlled. That's why he's like, a lot of these podcasts are not controlled, because he's more for like a Caucasian audience. We all know that. You know what I mean? It's just like the one guy that came in Friday after, or next Friday, right? That one Mexican guy. He came in Comment View too, but guess what? He was funny. He was black for black people, and he was for fucking the Mexican community. You see what I'm saying? Real talk. That was one of the funniest Mexicans because he made everybody laugh. Made the Mexican community love him. You know what I mean? And I think he should have been back in one of the Fridays. No offense. Man, but at the time, you know what I mean? Black people, you know, back then, and Mexican people didn't like the fact that, you know what I mean, Mexican and thing was in the thing together. And it was, you know what I mean? You see the whole girlfriend idea when he was mad because the guy, you know, Ice Cube was trying to get with the Mexican girl. But that shit right there should have carried on. You know what I mean? But Steve Harvey could have never done that what that Mexican guy did. He could have never made us laugh like that. That was laugh. When they're funny. Like, no more closed doors. That was funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, Steve Harvey could have never done that. I mean, he had never done that. And he made all of us laugh. And I said, Steve Harvey, Cedric, I mean, they make us laugh to a point. You know what I mean? Real talk. Made us laugh to a point, boy. Make everybody laugh. Everybody. Everybody. Make everybody laugh. And he was not like, he was more for like, sound effect laugh. Like these guys, when it comes to Steve Harvey and Katt Williams, you don't need a sound effect laughing in the background. People laughing for real. That's real talk. You know what I mean? And he don't go around the Caucasian people and try to be somebody he's not. He be himself. And that's why I think Steve Harvey mad. Or if he was playing somebody who he didn't want to be. And then he had to get comfortable with that role. All these years. You know what I mean? For these folks. I stock it like how it is. It's the facts. Mm-hmm. That's why Steve Harvey mad. That's why he mad, yo. Let me talk food stamp. That's why he mad. Not gonna lie to you. He's mad because of that particular reason.
Man,
That's wild.
and people get on there and they repeat the stuff.
Right.
Like I had this one dude got on a podcast that was just talking about my wife, man, using derogatory words and stuff. And I've known the cat before. I found him. I said, hey, man, let me explain something to you. You can say whatever you want to say about me. I really don't care.
Wix, one platform, any website, unlimited creation. Describe your needs and goals.
Like I said, he not that funny like that. I don't know why he's trying to act like he's better than Katt.
Girl right there, she off limits, man. You don't know what she did for me. You have no idea. Her presence in my life, what it has done for me, what she's given to me. I said, now, I'm going to give you a chance to explain it. This conversation going to be real simple. And he just said, no, man, I ain't mean it like that. I just used that word. I use the word bitch all the time, blah, 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 blah. So we kind of talked it out and we got to an agreement, But that's the only thing I come for people for. Me, I don't care what you say about me.
Yeah. With your kids and your daughters especially. We was joking about it earlier where my damn son, we tighten their ass up quick. The girls are tough.
Right now.
What I'm saying? I call it pow pow. That's an old school spanking, and everybody give me a hard time. Boys can get a pow pow. You can't pow pow a girl.
I've dusted my boys off to near death.
But the pressure that your fame, the pressure that the last name Harvey has put on your daughters of just living a normal life, and then even you being a father and having to deal with the boyfriends, the exes, all that stuff. Bro, you joked about it, but I just why I thought about it. Where you were like, you can't really.
So, Steve Harvey allowed his daughter to go with Diddy, right? Remember, don't forget, they was on a lunch date with Diddy. A lunch date. He was right there. Yo. I hate when people be doing that at these podcasts. They be asking these questions. It's already out there to get a reaction because you're bringing up his daughter. I get it, but him, I don't think his daughter respects him as his son. But I don't think his daughter respects him. I don't know. Because the whole shit with Diddy and, man, how did Diddy get to? Unless Diddy was just sitting on a boat, having lunch with him and he invited his daughter and all that, and then people make it seem like that. I don't know. Because I remember we haven't saw anything in court about Steve Harvey and Diddy. Steve Harvey's daughter and Diddy dating. So people are throwing a lot of shit out there. Diddy has a new trial coming up too. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know how true that is. That man has a Mann Act trial coming up. That's what they're trying to say. I don't know. It's crazy.
Just go whoop nobody ass. You're Steve Harvey. You can't walk into a Denny's and slap somebody.
Man, my wife tell me that all the time. She says, Steve, you got to quit talking like that. She said, you got too much to lose.
But that with my daughter's 12, I couldn't think about her now dating and me fucking up the money for going to tighten one of these dudes up.
But look, man, the daughters is different. Because as their father, I'm their protector. Mm-hmm. I'm their example of what love looks like towards their mother. So how I treat their mother is very important because they're looking at it.
Right.
And they see it. So that's why I always try to be a great example for them for that. Right. Every boy that has ever come through that door to date any of the 4 daughters, they've all heard the same speech. Hey, man, listen to me. This could last, this might not last. Y'all can break up, y'all can quit talking, you can ghost her, you can stop texting. But if you put your hand on her, I will find you. And I am going to do some things to you that's going to be ungodly. Because if you beat this daughter of mine, who I've never beaten, I've never struck one of my daughters, you can't do that either. Because if you do, and I hear about it, there ain't no more words. I'm gonna find you. And I have income, disposable income, dedicated.
Hey, he sound like taking. I have a particular skill set. Hey, I have a particular skill set.
Yeah.
I will come for you. I will find you.
Yeah. Hey, bro, that's one of my favorite lines.
Yeah, he said,
I will find you. He listened to that dude's voice. That's one of my favorite scenes. Yeah. And that's just it. Yeah. I tell this story, man, like my daughter was 15 and they had a junior prom. And this little boy was going to take my daughter to the junior prom.
Let me get out that because he's not talking about. But yeah. Shit. I get what he's saying. I haven't heard anybody say nothing about it. It's just, that's what you're trying to say. Did you tell Diddy that lie when y'all went on the boat? I'm just saying. People gonna want to know that. Did you say all that? Did you say that to Diddy? That's why I say you gotta watch what you put out here. You gotta watch what you put out here. You gotta watch what you put and say, because people are gonna be like, well, you say all that. Did you tell Diddy that man? I guess that's what he's trying to say right there, without bringing up Diddy's name. Like I already told that nigga, don't put it on my dad about. Don't ask me that question. I don't know. Maybe allegedly, just saying. But the way he sound is like that's the he sound like that's where he's going. Like yo, nobody could touch my dad anyway, so don't ask him bring that up. But I think it was kind of weird how they put that picture up there of him, on his child and Diddy having dinner right after the Katt Williams interview, like I'm gonna say a month after that, or something like that. But yeah, that's crazy because I get what he's trying to say. If we're friends, I came to your show, and then you're gonna let someone else come on the show to trash me. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of like so. Shannon Sharpe gotta understand too, like, man, messed up. Messed up. You had a show where everybody want to come to it right now. Where you know, I don't know if what that's what he's trying to say. They cancel him. That they cancel him because ain't nobody really talking. I mean, coming on a show like that to say anything. I don't know if they cancel him or you know. But his show's still up. As I said, you could be canceled on this shit, you know, without getting kicked off YouTube. You could be blackballed without even getting what do you call it? You know, you know, you can get blackballed without even get your shit taken off. It's all about how you do it. It's all about what you say. Certain things, as I said, it's freedom of speech. You know, I don't. It's been out the window. All the people in thought that people was fighting for freedom of speech and that shit been out the window. I can tell you that shit been out the window. Out the window. I mean, people think they're gonna get that shit back. Ben, if you on here, you know, and you trying to say something and they're telling you, oh, you start talking about it, something, and you start bringing up a point. They move you up and down the algorithm. You know, so it's already been there. But you can't say whatever you want to say. It's already been like that. It's already been like that. So, you know, it's all the people in that, and I think that's what they're trying to cut off with this interview here because I don't think there should have been I think this is an interview that is, you know, stop free speech because if you hear what um, Steve Harvey said, you know, these people get their podcast and they don't have any basically have any control behind it. Yeah, they set up everything and do whatever they want. He had remember you gotta remember his whole life being on, you know, show business. He has control. People are telling him what to do. People are telling him what to do. You know, so yeah. You can talk all this smack you want, but really and truly him, he should just sit down. He should just sit down and do something with himself. I just like the way he said that. I said everybody that my daughter brings to the door since she was 15, I tell them you could go or ghost her, do whatever you want, but don't put your hand. I think he was talking about Diddy that, like when he said that. Because people gonna ask him about Diddy.
You can ghost my. What are you talking about?
You say you could ghost them, call, I don't know, break up with her, whatever, but don't hit it.
Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday. Birthday long time.
You know, why you on my shit, man? But yeah. I think that's kind of weird. How you talking about this and all, but yeah. This is just thing though. This is just him. He did it at the right time. Because now you ain't got no freedom of speech. Bad about, you know. Give it up, as I said. You know, you gotta know what you want to say. You're gonna know what you're gonna say, what you want to say. Katt Williams. I don't know. I don't know if he's a part of the plot or he's a part of if he's political. You know, because Steve Harvey political. He's you know, I don't know who he's with, but he's on his side. We all know Katt Williams is political too. He's you know, he's yeah, Trump dude. I'm just trying to see what the hell is going on here. do, man? What's going on? What he trying to do? What's his real agenda? I don't know what is his real agenda? You know, because everybody mad about something. Steve Harvey mad about his old secrets. He brought something that he told. Basically saying you tell your friend something, and which is true. You tell them something, and then they wait and wait, and then they just like let it out. It's just like, I guess that's where we live in these days. It's crazy. To me, it's just like, yeah, you know, that's crazy because social media is very known for that, where people go there and air up people's business. That shit to me is kind of wild. Wow, but yeah, that's how it is. You tell somebody something, you're not friends with them anymore. They could throw something out there, and then yeah, like I said, uh, Steve Harvey was in his feelings over that. He's still in his feelings about Katt Williams, right? Which was like what, a year ago. He watched that a whole year ago, but he's still mad about it. And what he said about it is he ain't lying. All of them people, and I think it's the way he edited it too, because you put his name underneath there on the videos, you post the videos up. A lot. But Steve Harvey's career is, I mean, you can't be mad. You know, like his son said, your name is clickbait, and shit, you can't do nothing about it. You're almost 70. Niggas using the name and saying whatever they want. That's up them. Like, you're not gonna be running down and beefing, acting certain way at 70 is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but man, that shit right there, sounds a little bit fucked up. That he's even trying to like put all that out there like that. A year, like what everyone said, a year. You know what I mean, but you come out like this, it's like it took you too long. It's social media, and I get it because of his age or whatever. But you know, you should have said this when he was 66. You said it's at 67. People gonna look at you like, man, you had to sit down and wrote a whole, you waited. Somebody was in the background. You're not speaking for yourself. That's what I would think. Someone's in there basically telling you what to say. I'm just saying, like, real talk. That's what it seems like. Somebody telling you what to say. It's crazy. I think somebody telling him what to say. The whole video thing of him, yeah, somebody definitely telling him what to say. Somebody telling him what to say for real, for real. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody definitely telling him what to say. How did I get that? So, so that was settings. Okay. So that was. This shit right here acting crazy. I had to try to switch this shit, but this shit won't switch while I'm live, they said. I gotta say I'll probably do it next time. Yeah. A lot of crazy stuff. A lot of crazy stuff. But yeah, everybody going on each other, I guess. Everybody going on each other. This shit crazy. Real crazy. I'm not gonna lie. My thing is, Steve Harvey should just give it up. Like, you had your chance. I mean, you should be writing comedy for his, his kids and shit. Like I said, his kids like 29. Get them to do this shit. That's why his son was telling him like, yo, they don't use it for clickbait anyway. They're gonna talk about it because whatever, and all this weird stuff. I see what he's saying though. People talk shit. That is your daughter, your kids. I don't care how old I am. I'm doing something. I don't care what my wife wants to say either. I'm doing something. I'm doing something. That's me. That's why when I see certain people getting out of character, and I knew I could just, just trigger and just turn into this ignorant, fucked up person that nobody won't even recognize. I rather leave the area, leave the area, or leave the place. The best thing for you to do is just leave the area, leave the place, or just like, you know what I mean. And if you're working for somebody that's gonna make you got onto that, you know what I mean? Especially when you're trying to keep it together. Leave the area. You know what I mean? If you're at the job, quit it. So I'm saying if you're working for somebody, finish up the contract or whatever you got going on or whatever you got like 2 or 3 days left. Yeah, just finish it. But you know what I mean? Don't get into that because trust me, man. And I think that's what happened with Shannon Sharpe. Is like he started getting his views. And everyone's like, wait, dude, what are you acting like this? Didn't you make all this money off the Super Bowl? Championship playing with Baltimore and Denver, all these other teams, and you're acting like this, like it's your first time seeing money. This is what I'm saying, this question. So, I mean, yeah. But if you're going to be in somewhere, somebody's going to make you act like that. Take yourself away from this shit. Especially in this space. Yeah, I mean, because it's one time to tell you one thing I noticed. You see what I'm saying? Not because, they don't have horns and, red eyes and long tongues. There's demons everywhere. I'll tell you this. Not because they don't have red eyes, horns, long tongues. There's demons everywhere. There's probably a demon at your job, your church, you know what I mean? Everywhere. This is why the world is like this. They're in human form. You know what I mean? Man, like, don't let them movies lie to you and tell you about, oh, demons come like this. They got yellow eyes and all that shit. That's the shit that they make up. Ask anybody that's on their line sick bed if that's what the demon look like that they draw in the movies and all them, in the horror movies and all that shit. You know what I mean? Somebody that got shot, somebody that's going through some sickness, ask them and see what they tell you. No, it's all fiction. It's not true. It's all made up shit. Made up scary shit. Made up shit. You know what I mean? I don't look like that. That's what I'm saying. That doubt if the devil even look like how they, predict the devil looks like. I doubt it. You know what I mean? Jesus looks like how they predict he looks like. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what the internet they've been doing that. But now they got an internet, they could do all that. They could even more, and put more crazy stuff out there. But yeah, there's a demon everywhere. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? telling you. When you walk into that person, you will know it. You see what I'm saying? Real shit. And sometimes there's more than one of them. You will know. You just know what time they're on. You know what I mean? Real shit. You know what I mean? There's some people out there real fucked up. And that's what, I get it. I get what Steve Harvey's trying to say. I get it. Like, you just invite me to the show, and then you invite a man that don't like me right after that. You do all that. Like, you bite, but you kind of was setting me up. I'm going to tell you this. I mean, people are going around looking for demons, looking for horns and scary shit, red eyes and all that other shit. I mean, people are going around trying to dress up, tattoos, black nail polish, doing all the other shit, trying to look like demon. That's not what a demon look like. Y'all niggas see demon, you'll not recognize what that shit look like. I mean, real shit. Don't let this shit fool you. Don't let this shit fool you. Demons are not ugly. I mean, they don't come off as ugly people. You know what I'm saying? They might come out as the most prettiest girl or the most handsomest motherfucker you ever seen in your life. Real shit. Real talk. It don't work like that. No, it does not. It does not work like that, yo. Not at all. So, y'all think that's how it works. No, it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. No. It does not work like that. I hate to tell you. It does not operate like that. I was watching movies and all that shit. A lot of these people on Demon Time. And I think Katt Williams, when he was doing that interview, was on Demon Time, doing shit because he was told to say all these things. Majority of people, he talked about that they was Democrats. They're on Democrats, they're Democrat people. That's like what we see going on with white people right now with Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, you know what I mean? All the Democrat people are getting hit. They're getting threatened. You know what I'm saying? That's what Katt Williams did. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Real talk. That's what he did. That's what he did. What's going on with this shit? I try to switch this thing. Try to do this. And if I know this was so easy this is to be, I would have set this long time. They said I can't do this while I'm alive. Crazy. They said I can't do this while I'm alive. I wish I would have done it the way before I got up set up the live. I wish I would have done it this way before I set up the live. I wish I would have done it this way before I set up the live. This thing right here is just stupid, dumb. Dumb. Hold on, man. I'm just trying to see something. What's really going on? What's really going on with this computer today? Why is it doing this shit? I really don't get it. Shit messing up. I shouldn't have done that. Let's see something. This shit right here is crazy, y'all. I can't believe this shit. Wow, nuclear. There we go. Trying to switch this shit, bro. It ain't happening. Not happening. But I got this thing on dark. I don't know if I should put the lighting back on. But yeah, Steve Harvey don't need to be. He don't need to be all up in this. He don't need to be in that, you know, back and forth. He did a lot of messed up shit to people that if anybody's saying anything, really could say like, yo. So I'm saying you did a lot of messed up shit. A lot of it. A lot. You really can't be mad at nobody, sir. No, you can't. You can't be mad at nobody. Hold on now, people. I'm really gonna this thing right here. Fuck. Settings. You got this. You got that. You gotta. I really want to do. Okay, hold on one second. Listen, hold on. Let me back up real quick, y'all. Give me a second. Back up real quick. I just want to see something. All right, 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I'm gonna be right back.